Hello. Welcome to a Yarn Shop podcast, episode 8.
Is it 8?
Is it 9?
Who knows anymore?
Oh, we need to look beforehand, don't we?
We should do preparation before filming
yeah.
a podcast. Could you imagine that?
Wait a second, I've got a whole spiel to say.
Oh.
This is a podcast where we that's intense. Where we talk about our life as yarn shop owners, the new stock that we have in. What else do we talk about? Anything and everything.
Absolute trash.
Absolute rubbish. Don't know why you're watching. How you doing?
Well, I think first of all, I'm all right. Thank you very much. Sorry, I didn't realise you was going to ask me that.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, first of all,
Oh,
we should address the elephant in the room.
go for it.
We're getting a divorce.
No.
Oh, we're not?
No.
Oh.
Sorry.
Were you just talking in your sleep? Damn it. I was about to buy a yacht in Skeggy.
Was you?
Yeah.
A yacht in Skeggy.
A yacht in Skeggy. It was on the fair. It only goes around in circles.
What's the elephant in the room then?
We've been doing a video every Friday.
We have.
I don't know how we've done that.
I've got no idea. No, actually, we've been working really hard.
I've been working really hard editing out your fluffs and
That makes it sound.
vague stares into the distance that you occasionally do. See? Yeah. So last week we finally got Hannah's. I don't know what do you want to call it? Whips, things that you forgot about,
No, because
things that are in yarn bags that you didn't know existed.
projects that I've remembered to talk about.
2 years after starting them.
No, that's not true. Some of them, that is true. But some of them, that isn't true. There was a lot that okay.
Yeah, so it is true.
No, there's a lot, not a lot. There's a few whips that I didn't talk about because I forgot about.
Yes, if you saw the socials or last week's video, we filmed like a little Instagram teaser thing.
Yeah.
Where you wanted to talk about a project you didn't talk about.
Yeah.
And what did you find in that bag
Another project.
that you'd forgot about?
And I had not forgotten about that
Did you
project.
know it was there?
I didn't know it was in that bag.
Hmm.
But I have got other projects that I'd like to talk about that I forgot about. Actually, this one that I'm working on now, completely forgot to talk about it in the video, and it's the main thing that I'm working on at the moment.
Yeah. So well, we'll come back to this.
Okay.
So this is Yarn Shop on Friday. There'll be 2 more videos and then another Yarn Shop podcast.
Yeah.
By which point,
every
slight drum cut. Turns out that these things eat phone storage.
Yeah, Dan's phone ran out of storage, so we had to momentarily pause. So we were saying...
Well, it's because I got so many pictures of you sleeping.
That's creepy. So I was saying, we're going to have a Yarn Shop podcast every 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Right.
The 2 other videos,
God knows.
not a sausage.
Not a sausage.
Godspeed.
Okay.
There'll definitely be another whip video from you.
Yes. Well, yes, because I've collected the projects that I didn't talk about.
You've unearthed them like Indiana Jones.
Yeah. And also, I've finished one project that I spoke about last week, so I can start another one. That's how it works.
I think you finished my socks.
I finished one of your socks.
One.
Yeah.
My good foot.
Yeah. But...
Damn.
But...
There we go.
I've got to start some other socks.
Oh, you want to do crocheted socks, top-down socks?
Yeah. No, toe-up socks.
Toe-up socks.
I need to make a sample of a toe-up sock for the sock workshop that's coming up.
Right. Okay. So I'll get my socks eventually.
Yeah. You're not in a rush, are you?
Apparently not, no. And what's this one you're working on?
This one, like I say, I think I already said, I can't believe I didn't talk about it in the video because it is the main thing that I'm working on at the moment. It's a cotton cardigan that I'm doing for a wedding that we're going to in June.
Which I'm really looking forward to.
So we'll put a picture. It's called dragon fruit. I keep telling everyone it's called pomegranate. and it's not.
Oh, because they're both named after fruits.
Yeah.
Oh, is it from the new Rowan magazine?
It's from the is it 77 magazine 77 of Rowan, and it's in 4-ply cotton, and I've chosen to do it in black. So I was a little bit apprehensive, I think is the word, about starting it, but it's going really nicely, and it feels gorgeous. It's so soft, isn't it? It's going to be so drapey. I've got a dress that's all right, chill your beans.
So how long have you got to finish this?
A month and a week.
Okay.
So 5 weeks, and I've nearly finished. She says, "No, I've not nearly finished. I've done half of the back, and you knit the sleeves at the same time. So I've done half of the back and a quarter of the sleeves. So I've just got to go over the shoulder. It's a wrap top, so I've got to go round here. Then I've got to knit the lace around the sleeves.
Right. So not a lot to do then.
I've got loads to do. If I run out of time, then I won't knit the lace around the sleeves, and I'll just knit that afterwards.
Or drawing.
Or drawing, yeah, I could do it during the ceremony. I'm sure they won't mind. But it's it's a lot of knitting. I've got, until I get to the top of the shoulders, I've already done 90 rows. I'm on the 120 rows at the moment.
How are you finding round patterns?
It's really well written. I would say I don't think it's suitable for a beginner or a less confident pattern reader, because I think there is a lot of assumed knowledge. So they won't give you the shaping for both sides. They'll say reverse shaping, so you need to be able to do that. And then also just the way that it's worded, sometimes it can be a little bit like, that's why I've written it out, and I've written all my rows out. I've numbered, because it's a 12 row repeat pattern. I've numbered all my rows. I'm ticking them off as I go, and then on the back of this is some more rows that I've got to do, and I've circled where I need to do repeats on those rows. Not repeats, increases.
Well, I think it's...
I don't normally do this. I normally
it's sort of required.
I normally just wing it, but I thought, because it's for a wedding and I want it to be really nice,
Put some effort.
Put some effort into it. Yeah.
Well, I think with Rowan patterns, it's not the sort of pattern that we'd say a beginner would crack at. Like, I ain't touching them.
No.
You
do need some experience behind you. Maybe advanced. No, maybe intermediate if you want a little bit of a challenge.
Okay.
But actually, I've been surprised recently that the amount of people that tell me that they don't use patterns, they can't read patterns, and they've basically been making things just by watching videos.
Well, I think it's that TikTok thing. We definitely saw it last year, where we had a lot of students coming in that had seen a TikTok video that they were trying to replicate in things.
But even older people who you wouldn't think would not be able to read a pattern, like, it baffles me that you can't read a pattern.
I think it's just what some people like. I don't fully understand patterns.
But you've only just started knitting.
Yeah, case in point. Where's my let's get this. So I knit, by the way, in case you've missed it.
In case you've been living under a rock.
Yeah. So obviously I did my wrist warmers, which I did 2, for anyone wondering.
That sounded like a slight dig at his socks. It's only 1 at the moment.
Wow. Well, you know, at least here I've got 2 warm wrists. So yeah, wrist warmers done. And then I had a crack, because I had that yellow, price-wise.
Which also, there's still some of it left that now I'm using in one of my projects.
I was wondering where that was.
Shut up, I asked you if I could borrow it.
I didn't think you'd just go into... This is quite a private space there. You've just been rummaging around my balls.
I rummaged in your project bag.
And touched my yellow balls.
Yeah.
It's not on that. So, I've just finished the Sophie scarf.
Yeah.
Now, some of you may be wondering that's quite thin. You would be correct.
Okay.
I got my numbers confused.
Okay.
And started the increase. or the decrease? Which one did I stop too soon?
You stopped the increases too soon.
Yeah, but then I added like 70. Is it? I did 70 summer.
You did
70 more rows.
No, you didn't add 70 more rows. That would be
10, 20, 30, 40,
This
50,
isn't
60.
extra rows that you added though, is it?
What is this?
I don't know.
This is, you know when I was going back and forth to make it longer?
Yeah.
That's this. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 82.
You telling me that you added 82 more rows into that pattern
Yeah.
than it's supposed to have?
Well, this is what I'm slightly confused at.
Also,
I did miss a lot of increase.
so hang on a second then. So the increases that you missed, obviously they would have added more rows. So how many increases did you miss? Because it was 8 rows per increase.
Well, I did think that if I'd have followed the pattern, it would have. Where's the main page of this? It's the Sophie scarf, for anyone wondering. So
Or is it his dance scarf because you just made the pattern up?
Work rows 1 to 8, a total of 22, brackets 27 times.
22 times. That's what it says, yeah?
Right.
But
there should be a total of 28 stitches.
Okay, so you read that wrong and did 20 until you got 22 stitches, if I remember correctly.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Hang on, let's get to the bottom.
Right, well, it
Let me
doesn't
finish
matter.
this row.
You know what?
It
doesn't matter.
It does.
It doesn't matter. Basically.
Because if you were supposed to, you were supposed to do it a total of 22 times and then you'd have 28 stitches. But you did it till you had 22 stitches. So you were 6 stitches short.
Right.
And each stitch increase is 8 rows. So 6 times 8 is...
I don't know.
8 times 8 is 64, 56, 48. So you got 48 rows that you missed out on because you didn't do all of the increases.
Which is why I did 70 something. So I added the 40 rows.
So you actually only did 30 rows.
Which would be why it's so short.
Yeah.
Where's yours?
It's up there.
Do you want to grab yours?
Sure. I'd love to.
Let's just compare because you did the wider...
I did it right.
No, you didn't, because you did the wider size, but you did it longer.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll have a quick jump cut while Hannah tries to untie this scarf. Okay, so this is yours.
Yeah.
So you did the widest one.
Yes.
But then how many rows did you add?
I don't know.
Okay, cool.
I just kept going and measuring it on you until you said, yep, that's about right.
Oh, God, I've got a caught in my beard.
Oh.
I
don't think I've ever seen the underside of your neck.
There you go. Look, have a quick. Don't show the camera. What do you think's my tattoo? This way up. So this is yours, which I thought was a bit short, a bit long.
No, don't.
I thought this.
You kept saying, "Make it longer, make it longer." This is why Dan's learnt to knit himself, because he keeps making me knit things for him, and he's never happy with them, even though I follow his instructions completely to the T. Oh.
There you go. Do I look like a fitness instructor?
You do, yeah.
Oh no, I feel like I could pull that off.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we won't talk about that.
So anyway, what was you saying?
So that's my second project.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I was on about. Tangents are not my strong point. I'm going to make you a shawl.
Are you?
You sent me some patterns.
Oh yeah. I answered that like I was shocked you were gonna answer.
No, I ran it by you first.
But I did know that. I sent him some patterns to choose from. I went on Ravelry and found some free patterns, and
I've not looked at them.
You've not looked at any of them, have you?
No.
So,
I looked at the pictures briefly.
Do you think you're gonna start it today? That would be nice, because then you've got 3 weeks until the next podcast to update everybody on how you're doing.
Sure.
Yeah, I think you should.
Okay. What yarn are we going to use?
Well, I think we should use Jamboree, because you've
Feels
done,
like cotton, but it's acrylic.
Well done, you've been practicing. Because you've done a stripy project, you've done a plain project, so I think now try a variegated yarn and see how you get on with that, and also I really like it, so that would be nice to have a shawl in that. I'll wear it a lot.
Yeah. Okay, we'll have a look at the shawl patterns.
Nice.
There might be a video as well on one of these Fridays.
Yeah, there we go. That's another video we've just thought of. But it's going to take you we should have a bird counter in the corner. Can you put one up, please? Editing, Dan. Put a bird counter in the top corner, please. What was it? Yeah, it's going to take you longer to do than your other two projects because obviously it's a shawl, so...
Yeah, but I want a longer project.
Yeah.
That's got a bit of a variety to it because I was losing my mind just going back and forth on that.
Yeah.
And then I might do the swatches for those samples I got yesterday. I don't know how much we're allowed to talk about of what we saw yesterday.
Let's just not.
It was almost like that thing that's under my beard.
We saw a rep yesterday.
I think we should say that we saw a rowing rep.
Well,
we've seen some new rowing yarns.
Some new rowing yarns that are coming out for autumn.
Some new coloured yarns.
Yeah. Some gorgeous...
steady
colours.
Yeah, stick with that.
Beautiful, which we do have a picture of, and we aren't allowed to show it to you.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to show people in person?
He didn't say no. He might not have heard me. Pop in and we'll show you the picture of one of them. So we've decided this month that we're not going to put any orders in. We're going to have a no order day week, month, whatever. I'm so tired.
How many days are in a month?
Anyway, basically we're not ordering this month because it's a busy month. We've got VAT bills and people to pay. It's just,
Yeah.
And we don't need to, I don't want to think about winter.
No, all of the reps are coming around with autumn winter stuff. Hang on a second.
Did you want to say Bert?
Yeah, Bert counter. But I can't help it. I cannot help it. Why? Last year, because we took over in June, as you may well know, and it's May, so it's nearly been a year. So our next video, actually, this is a tangent, will be our 1 year video.
Yeah.
But what was I saying? Oh, so I felt like last year we were on the back foot for Christmas because we started thinking about it in like August, September time.
Yeah.
So this last year, I says, well, next year we need to be thinking about it a lot sooner, meaning sort of June time. It's May. It's nearly the middle of May.
I know, and all the reps are showing up with winter stuff.
So we are starting to think about Christmas.
But I don't want to order anything yet. I need to process.
He doesn't want to order anything, but has ordered some yarn for August delivery for Christmas.
Yeah, but it
is amazing, incredible.
I did manage to blag a cheeky discount on it as well, and you know me, I love a discount.
And I've got fluff in my mouth. But also, we saw a preview of the next issue of the Rowan magazine. It is fabulous. Like each one, just the patterns just seem to get better. I don't think there was a pattern in there that I was unsure about. Like all of them I could see myself wanting to make. All of them aren't practical for me to make, but definitely.
And we won't have the yarns for all of the patterns, but yeah, I think
if people need sweater quantities,
yeah,
we can buy them in packs. So
and we do the pack discount.
And we do the pack discount as well, yeah. So I'm
really
really excited.
Autumn winter issue. Last year's was Scotland.
Yeah.
The moors. This one.
That's not Scotland, is it? The moors? I thought it was Yorkshire moors.
I don't know. It's
okay.
Like Scotland.
It was like
hills,
countryside, wasn't
countryside. This one. I don't think it's a spoiler to say lighthouse.
Coastal.
Shetland. Coastal. Yeah, just good.
Yeah.
Really excited about that.
Yeah.
But that's the only. I'm not doing any buying. I need a month to just process everything.
Yeah. And then we'll get on Christmas. Well, this is why I'm thinking of Christmas, because I've got stuff that I want to make for not necessarily gifts, but there's a pair of socks. Can you remember me and my mum got I got 2 balls of wool, the same, to make some Christmas socks for me and Mum. So I need to get on those. And I always leave Christmas knitting until November because I'm not feeling festive, but then you rush in to finish everything. So I feel like even though it's starting it like 6 months early, that's probably the best way about it.
Yeah.
You were so not interested in what I was saying there.
I was trying to read your pattern and it makes no bloody sense to me.
Oh, gosh, yeah. It's a lot of gobbledygook, isn't it? That's what I mean about reading patterns. People can't read them.
Well, how was that for sizing? Because I know we've had a few people in recently.
Yes, actually. Oh, that was a really nice segue, Daniel.
Was it? I'm just thinking of YouTube shorts in my head.
So, let me pop this down then. In fact, I'm at the end of my ball. So, yes, let's talk about sizing.
Okay. We'll do a YouTube TikTok short as well, which condenses into a minute, because I feel like you're about to go off on a mad tangent.
What time is it? How long have we got?
We open in 15 minutes.
So we've had a few people in recently. Well, one particular lady that stands out to me is that she knitted a jumper and she was saying that it was too small. So she bought the pattern in and was asking what she'd done wrong, basically, wasn't she? And she hadn't done anything wrong, but when she was picking what size she wanted to knit, she hadn't looked at the actual measurements of the finished garment. So I don't know what size she did, but say she did 36 to 38 chest. She didn't then look at what the actual finish measurement was for that size, so she didn't realise that there was only like half an inch of ease built into the pattern, because all patterns have got either positive or negative ease. So if you've got something that's oversized, it could have 8 to 10 inches of positive ease, and you don't necessarily want it to be that big. So it's sort of knowing about how you want your clothes to fit you.
Well, we found when we borrowed that Jules Bun Trunky jumper that it was massive on you, and that was the smallest size. So I wonder what the measurements on that were.
Yeah, that would be interesting to have a look, wouldn't it? Yeah, so for me, I know that I like to wear tight fitting, not really tight, but only maybe...
Fitted?
Yeah, maybe 2 inches of positive ease. Some things that I've got have got negative ease. So if for me, if I was going to do... I would look at the sizing for 48 to 50 inch bust usually. What's happened?
I'm sure I heard
a whistle.
A whistle or something.
I just heard a whistle. A 48 to 50 inch bust, but I would then look at the finished measurements and see which one is 50 to 52 inch bust when it's finished. And then that doesn't necessarily mean that I will be doing the size to fit a 48 to 50 inch bust. That could be an XL. But the size that I actually want to do is a medium to get the fit that I want. I'm not sure if I explained that very well then.
I think you did. Like I said, we'll do a TikTok short and we'll get some patterns out and show some examples. Yeah,
so it's worth looking at the finished measurements. I do know that King Cole don't do a schematic, like a drawing, like is here. That drawing.
We'll put a thing of that because that might be washed out.
Yeah. But Sirdar do them and Rowan do them, and if you buy like an independent designer's pattern as well, generally they have schematics on with all of the measurements. For some reason King Cole, they have the measurements written but they don't have it in a drawing, and I don't know, sometimes a drawing like visual is easier to look at.
Yeah.
So the size that I'm doing for this one, I can't even remember now. I'm doing the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 6th size. So that is to fit a 48 to 50 inch bust, and the finished measurements is 50.5 inches. So that's only going to have, I'm about a 48 bust, so it's going to have 2.5 inches of ease. The next size down was a 46.25, so it would have had negative ease if I'd have done that size. But yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think that's why some people give up knitting or crochet.
Yes.
Because they put all that time into making something, then it's too big or too small, and they're just like,
yeah, they could. It could be something that then they'd say, oh, the pattern wasn't very good, but actually, it's. We was talking the other day about Dan saying he wanted to learn how to sew, and I was telling him that actually the sewing putting it through the machine is the easiest part. It's all of the prep work that you have to do before, the pinning your pattern, cutting your pattern out, picking the right size again, measuring, ironing, and then you've done all that prep work, and then you sew your garment so that you're going to get the garment that you actually want. With knitting, you need to do your tension square, you need to block it, you need to measure it, you need to possibly adjust your needle size. There was a lady that came in the other day that wanted to do a Aran pattern, but she wanted to do it in double knit, didn't she? So I redid all the calculations for her, so that she wanted to do the smallest size of the Aran jumper, but actually with her tension, with the double knit, she needed to do the fourth or fifth size, didn't she? And that's what she couldn't get her head around, so I recalculated it all for her. And then she came back in the week after, and she'd done it, and it was working. My calculations were correct, which is good. I was wondering about it. But yeah, so it's all about your prep work. And if you do all the prep work, then your finished project is going to be a lot better than if you just go into it blind.
I think it's that idea of fast fashion as well. People our age are so used to going in, buying something, if it's too big, too small, take it back, get the right size. Having to put all that legwork in and then it not fit them.
Yeah.
You know, if you think back when knitting was not just a hobby, it was a way of life. If you needed a jumper for winter, you would make it. That would just be ingrained. You would know about positive ease. You would know about...
But then you're spending all this time making something. Why not spend an extra couple of days doing the prep work?
TikTok.
I just don't understand. But I guess it's a different generation of makers now. Like, the same people that aren't following patterns are just making it up as they go along.
Yeah.
Or following videos. Like, if you follow a video, you're not necessarily going to have all of the sizing information on there. You're not going to have the knowledge on how to... Not that everybody has the knowledge on how to grade a pattern up or down or recalculate it. I think I'm probably a bit weird for that.
Yeah, but people can always bring their stuff in.
I did a whole course on it, tech editing and how to do stuff like that, and when I did it, we weren't sure if it was going to be what's the word, useful, and actually it's proven to be really useful, isn't it? So that was maternity leave well spent.
Yeah, well, that's why we say, if anyone's ever popped into the shop, we always say, like, let us know how you're getting on. If you need any help, pop in or drop us a message, because we're here for you, essentially. You know,
and you might need to leave your pattern with me for a couple of hours or a day or so for me to figure it out for you, but I've got no problem with helping somebody like that.
Yeah,
I would rather help somebody and they love the garment that they're making than buy wool from us, knit something, hate it, don't know why they hate it, and then give up and never knit anything again. I'd much rather you come and ask for help, we help you, and then we figure out what the problem is.
Yeah.
Everybody's body's different as well, so everybody.
Well, yeah, I'm like the weirdest sized person in the world. Like, trousers to jackets and jumpers for me is just all over the place. I think this is why I'm a bit scared about starting that jumper as well, because it's such a big project.
Yeah.
And I'm such a weird shape as well.
We need to do your swatch and everything.
I need to have the confidence.
You do. So do your shawl, because a shawl, really, yes, you need to know the finished measurements, but it doesn't matter too much if it's a bit smaller, if it's a bit bigger than what it says, because it's a shawl. And then after you've done that, we'll work on the jumper then.
Well, there's that new rowing yarn, that green.
Yeah.
If you pop in, we've got a swatch, but I'm not showing it online because we get told off when we do
that. He specifically said, don't show it online.
I feel like we were singled out because we are useless at remembering these things. But we've got samples and things, so pop in and have a squish.
Yeah.
What time is it?
Fine.
We've got a bit of time.
Yeah.
We're not used to this. We got in early because there was no traffic.
We've not got too much stuff to talk about today, actually, new stock-wise. We
have
got a little bit.
For those that have bought the crochet log, the picnic one,
yeah,
first week is now launched.
Yeah.
If you've not had a chance to have a look at it, And you can always have a look if you're still thinking about getting one.
They've put the first week live on YouTube so that anybody can have a look. If you're still a little bit unsure, if you want to do it, you can watch the first week video, which I think is about an hour long, so you can see what the tutorials are like and how in depth it goes if you're quite new to crocheting.
Yeah, we've got a couple left. If you're not local, then have a look in your local yarn shops. I know, is Button Moon doing them?
No.
F&M might be doing them.
I'm not sure, but we can post it out to you as well.
Yeah, and any yarn shops that are stocking them, feel free to mention yourself or tag yarn shops. And there's the Facebook group as well. I think there's some yarn shops in there. So if you're not local to us or we've not got them when you get around to this, I'm sure there'll be a local yarn shop that will appreciate your support and you'll be able to get one. And the videos stay live for ages, so you're not into a deadline.
No, I think once you've got the videos, you can just keep watching them. But yeah, they don't disappear or anything.
Yeah, which is quite good.
Yeah.
So Yummy.
Yes, we've got some new colours in Yummy. We have Orange Yummy. Finally. This is very bright. It's called Burnt Orange, but I think I disagree that it is burnt orange. It is just orange.
Yeah. Looks better in person than the camera.
Foxy.
Brown.
It's like a red squirrel foxy colour.
Brian May like that.
Brian May?
Yeah.
Why?
He's into squirrels and stuff. And protecting badgers. Did you not know that?
No, why would I know that?
I just think that's quite interesting.
Well, I also enjoy squirrels and foxes.
Are you Brian May?
I love foxes. You know I love foxes. And I also love squirrels, so... That's a fact.
I don't know where that's going.
That's a fact about me. Squirrels and foxes are my fave. So, yes, Foxy. There is a new yellow, which is called Buttercup. This is a good one for bees. We get a lot of people crocheting bees. And the other yellow was a very pale lemon. So this is a good bee colour.
They do have, like the neons as well. That has a yellow. We ain't getting it in.
Oh, they're like highlighter colours, yeah.
It's high vis. Burns your retinas yellow. Here's a quick image. Exactly. Now you're all blind as well. I don't get why they've done it.
No, but if somebody does want a pack of them, we can get it in. We just didn't want to stock it as one of our core range because we don't think it will sell very well.
No.
There are also 2 flesh tones. This one's called Fudge. That is not the colour that it is.
Well, this is cameras and everything else.
Yeah, so we'll put a picture maybe. And this is called Blush. So 2 flesh tones. I want to make some amigurumi dolls for the window that then I can knit some different clothes for or crochet different clothes for.
Well, funnily enough, when I went on a book buying tangent,
yes,
I did get a really great doll pattern book.
You did. And if I do that pattern, but just in this, it's going to come out a little bit bigger. And I think that'll look nice. Like, so I could do Wednesday Addams for the window for Halloween because it's halfway to Halloween. Just this is your halfway to Halloween.
Nearly halfway to Christmas as well.
And nearly halfway to Christmas. And then also there is a really nice like Cadbury purple.
The is it? It's not the triangle one. Which is it?
Oh, Quality Street.
The Quality
purple
Street
one. Oh yeah, I guess so. And a burgundy as well. So they're really nice.
They've done some good strong colours.
Yes.
And then for some reason they let Dave have a crack with the neons, which I'm not sure about in the slightest.
But I do really like. Well, actually, do you know what? I like all of these.
Yeah, that's why we've got them in.
Which is why we got them in.
So we've got them. Any yarn shop, if your local yarn shop sells Yummy, they'll have this, or they can get it for you.
They might not have it.
If they don't have it, tell them to get it. Tell them not to get the neons.
I've also got to show you the Granny Square flower deck. Now, last year, I believe it was last year, there was the Granny Square card deck. I don't think it came out last year. I think it came out a couple of years ago, but it kind of went off on TikTok, whatever, last year. And then Temu did a version of it that was rubbish. I didn't see it, but I've heard that it wasn't the same. And then people were moaning. It was a big thing. Probably not in the grand scheme of the world.
Not to me, I was too busy looking at the world news.
Of the world news, but in my little circle of knitting and crocheting news, it was a big thing that Temu had copied them and that everyone was buying the Temu version rather than the real version. Well, we couldn't get hold of it at Christmas because they'd sold out because everyone was buying it. I wonder if that's why they then went to buy Temu ones, because they couldn't get the real one anywhere.
Yeah, probably.
But they've since restarted because it's halfway through the year. Blah, blah, blah. We've got that in. That's really good. We've ordered that maybe 3 or 4 times. Reordered it, haven't we? It's been really popular.
Such a good gift.
So last week, the flower one was released. So what it is 50 mix and match designs. So these are 50 flowers. The original one is just 50 granny squares, which does have a few flowers in, I think. And the idea is you can just pick. You can make your own blankets, basically, or whatever you use granny squares for. Throws. That's a blanket.
Oh yeah. Jackets. Jackets.
Jackets.
If you're French.
That was a French demon trying to escape me there.
Oui.
Jackets. I didn't do French at school. They didn't offer it. It was Spanish.
Oh, I did German.
Did you?
Guten Tag. Das ist mein Bruder und Gast.
Oh.
And then sister, I can't remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I don't know what's happening.
We watched German Teletubbies and then we had to
Did you?
Yeah, and then we'd get a questionnaire, 10 questions, and we'd have to be like, oh, what did Dipsy say?
So actually then, Rowan accidentally sent us, we ordered some of the magazine 76.
This wasn't even a planned transition. I thought it was going to be like, so actually we're going to do a German version.
No, Rowan sent us by accident some German copies of their previous magazine. So maybe you could knit something from that then.
Okay.
I tried to give them back to him, but he didn't want them. He says, what am I going to do with them? I was like,
he said, 9!
What am I going to do with them? So if anybody's German or speaks German and wants a Rowan magazine, I've got 3.
Hit us up.
I'm your man. So anyway...
Back to England.
So this, we really like this because you distract me so much, and it's not just your ravishing beauty. You send my brain off.
Steady. This will get age-gated.
What we like about this is that you don't have to carry around a whole book if you're going on holiday or if you're commuting. You can just take a few cards with you, and then that's what you can work on. You can just pop them in your bag.
Or if you do lunch break crafting,
mm-hmm.
If you've got like a big family, you could all make a granny square each and then put it together and make a blanket for somebody.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, we've done a YouTube short TikTok thing. If I can link it, it'll be up around here somewhere, or just go to the YouTube shorts,
mm-hmm.
And you'll get to see all the cards inside of things.
Yes, this one's sealed. The open one's in the window. Yeah. So I can't show you inside.
$14.99 as well, not bad.
I think that's a really good price because there's 50 cards in here. So they have a picture, like a big picture on the front of what the finished granny square will look like, and then on the back it's got the chart, and also it's got a little booklet inside, and it gives you instructions on how, like, different methods to join your squares together and what all the symbols mean as well. So yeah, really good for somebody who does know how to crochet, but it's like a good present idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think at Christmas, because we're thinking about Christmas, these will be popular.
Sure. I think that's pretty much all the new stuff, and that was the bell as well, like the school bell
for 10 o'clock. And I think that's all the new stuff. Although you went a bit crazy with books.
Yeah, I bought lots of books, but then lots of books are sold.
But then lots of them are sold, yeah.
So yeah, pop online or hop in if you want to have a read of some books.
Or hop online and pop in.
If you're a rabbit. Called Bert.
We were watching a YouTube video last night, and they were saying that in Chick-fil-A in America, they say "my pleasure" when you say thank you. So we've decided today we're going to say "my pleasure" to as many customers as we can.
Sure.
Who's going to win?
Well, I'm going to try and say it in German.
I don't know. Okay. I'm going to say it in English.
Das ist gut. Yes, and the next Yarn Shop podcast will be a year of ownership.
I thought he was going to say it was going to be a year away.
Yeah.
Yes, it will. How crazy is that? It's gone so quickly. We'll talk about that. Don't talk about it now.
Well, what I was going to say is, if anyone's got any questions about us owning the business, running a business, if you want any advice, We've worked in marketing and other bits and bobs before this.
Don't ask us.
Yeah, don't ask us. Drop us a message on socials, drop us an email, whatever. And
on the telephone?
Don't ring us. We don't like.
We don't answer the phone.
We don't.
We don't. No, because we just keep getting sales calls, so we stopped answering it.
Yeah.
Anyway, what was you saying?
But yeah, send us some questions if you've got any, and we'll answer them in the next Yarn Shop podcast.
Yes.
Next week's video will be Hannah's whips. All being
and
well.
chains. All being well. No, it will be. I've made really good progress. I've been working really hard to make some progress so that I have a video to do.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Right, should we go open the shop?
Sure. Have a good day, evening, afternoon, morning,
whatever you're doing,
weekend, whatever you're doing.
What are you working on? How are your whips going?
Thank you so much for watching.
Still weirds me out.
Still weirds us out, but we appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep. And hopefully consistent videos here on in.
Yes, and Halloween and Christmas knitting, crochet. This is your 6-month warning.
Yes, just quickly as well.
7-month warning. Sorry.
Is it 7 or is it 6?
It's 7 months until Christmas.
Okay, no pressure. Just quickly as well, we do a knit and natter craft and chat thing. Second Saturday of every month. What time?
2 till 3:30.
Yeah, so if you're around, hop in.
It's free. There's teas and coffees. You can have a knit, have a natter, have a craft, have a chatter.
It is downstairs, which is a bit of a rubbish one if you need accessibility.
We have 13 steps down to the workshop room, but we do also have a video to show you that, and there is a railing that I use to get downstairs.
Yeah. And if you ask very kindly, Hannah will carry you down the stairs like Hodor.
I won't.
Right, should we go do some work?
Yes.
All right, see you later, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.